Hello YouTube family, Merry Christmas and a huge Happy New Year to all of you. With the 2026 World Cup on the way, the energy in the football world is already building and we are thrilled to be sharing it with this amazing community. To celebrate, we have lined up some holiday surprises in the Goal 90 shop. A bunch of your favourite jerseys are already up to 50% off. Shipping is on us, and because you are part of our YouTube fam, you can grab an extra 10% off with the code YouTubeFam. Thanks for all the love and support. 2026 is going to be massive. Let's enjoy every moment together. The Africa Cup of Nations is back, and this tournament always delivers chaos, drama and world-class talent on the biggest stage. While Europe's top clubs hold their breath hoping their stars come back injury-free, we're here to break down the 10 players who are about to light up this competition. From clinical finishers to midfield magicians to defenders who shut down entire attacks, these are the names that will decide who lifts the trophy. Let's get into it. Number 10, Pape Matar Sarr, Senegal. Pape Matar Sarr is the kind of midfielder who does absolutely everything in the middle of the park. Box-to-box energy that never stops, intelligent positioning that breaks up attacks, and the technical ability to drive forward and create danger when Senegal need it most. At Tottenham, he's been showing exactly why he's rated so highly, putting in mature performances that belie his age and proving he can compete at the highest level week in, week out in the Premier League. For the Lions of Teranga, he's the engine room that keeps everything ticking. His work rate is ridiculous, constantly covering ground, winning duels, and providing that crucial link between defense and attack. If Senegal are going to go deep in this tournament, expect Pape Matar Sarr to be absolutely everywhere, controlling the tempo and bossing the midfield. Number 9, Amad Diallo, Ivory Coast. Amad's had a wild journey from the Manchester United hype machine to loan spells figuring it all out, and now he's back at Old Trafford actually delivering. Quick feet, intelligent movement, and that rare ability to play across the front three without losing effectiveness. For the Ivory Coast, he's walking into a squad that just won this whole thing in dramatic fashion in 2023. The pressure's on them to prove it wasn't a fluke as defending champions, and Amad gives them something they've been missing, a technical, creative winger who can unlock tight games. Number 8, Brahim Diaz, Morocco. Brahim is that rare type of creator who operates in the tightest spaces, beats defenders with a shoulder drop and a shimmy, and still has the vision to thread passes that unlock everything. For Morocco, he's the guy who adds creativity and unpredictability to a side that's already defensively solid. The Atlas Lions are hosting this tournament with serious ambition. They made noise at the World Cup and now they want continental glory on home soil. Brahim gives them another dimension in attack. He can drop deep and carry the ball forward, play between the lines and cause chaos for opposition midfields, or drift wide and combine with the fullbacks. Morocco's setup is built on defensive structure and quick transitions, and Brahim is the perfect piece to turn those transitions into goals. Number 7, Brian Mbeumo, Cameroon. Mbeumo is the definition of efficiency. He doesn't need 10 chances to make an impact, just give him one sniff in the box and he's burying it with either foot. His movement is elite, constantly finding pockets, making diagonal runs, arriving late into dangerous areas where defenders lose track of him. For Cameroon, he's a massive weapon because the indomitable Lions have always had talent and flair, but sometimes they've lacked that ruthless edge in front of goal. Mbeumo brings exactly that. Since his big money move to Manchester United from Brentford in July for £71 million, he's proven he can perform at the highest level, scoring against top defences with a market value now at €70 million. If Cameroon are going to challenge for the trophy, they need Mbeumo firing on all cylinders and making the most of every opportunity. Number 6, Carlos Baleba, Cameroon. Baleba is that modern defensive midfielder who does absolutely everything. He breaks up play, wins duels in the middle of the park, carries the ball forward under pressure, and sprays passes all over the pitch. For Cameroon, he's the glue that holds the midfield together. The indomitable Lions have flair and attackers who can score from anywhere, but Baleba gives them balance and control in the engine room. Top clubs like Manchester United and Bayern Munich are already circling. He reads the game brilliantly, constantly sniffing out danger before it even develops, and when he wins the ball back, he doesn't just boot it forward, he actually starts attacks with intelligent passing. If you're vibing with this list so far, smash that like button and subscribe to Goal 90 so you never miss another breakdown. Let's keep it moving. Number 5, Sadio Mane, Senegal. Mane's been through it all. Premier League titles, Champions League glory, and most importantly, carrying Senegal to their first ever AFCON trophy in 2021. Now he's back, and even though he's playing in Saudi Arabia with Al Nassr, the fire is absolutely still there. For Senegal, Mané is way more than just a player. He's a leader, a big game performer, and the guy who can produce magic when the team needs it most. He's been in this exact position before, carried the hopes of an entire nation on his shoulders, and delivered when it mattered, including that decisive penalty in the final. Don't sleep on him just because he's not in Europe anymore. When the pressure is on and Senegal needs someone to step up, Mané is still that guy. Absolutely still that guy. Number 4, Nicolas Jackson, Senegal. Jackson's had a roller coaster ride on loan at Bayern Munich from Chelsea this season. Some weeks he looks like the missing piece, other weeks the finishing boots go missing, and the internet has a field day with the slander. But here's the thing, for Senegal, he's walking into a team that's stacked with talent and operating in a system that actually knows how to feed a striker properly. Jackson's pace is absolutely ridiculous. Put him in behind a defense and good luck catching him. His movement off the ball is smart, constantly making runs that stretch backlines and create space for others. He finished with 10 goals in the Premier League last season, showing that threat. If he can stay sharp and link up properly with Senegal's creators, Jackson could have a genuine breakout tournament that completely changes the conversation around him. This is his chance to show the world what he's really capable of. Number 3, Achraf Hakimi, Morocco. Hakimi is basically a cheat code on the right side, the current African Footballer of the Year. He has pace that leaves wingers absolutely stranded, crossing ability that's ridiculous, and defensive awareness that's way better than people give him credit for. He's got massive big game experience from PSG and from Morocco's incredible World Cup run where they reached the semi-finals. There is some concern. Hakimi's been dealing with an ankle injury from early November that's had him in intense rehab, racing against time to be fit for the tournament opener on December 21st. He's now back in individual training and steadily progressing, but PSG are being cautious. Morocco's entire right flank depends on him. If he's fit and firing, expect him to dominate that side of the pitch and be involved in most of Morocco's best attacking moments. The hosts are desperate to win this on home soil, and Hakimi is absolutely central to making that dream a reality. Number 2, Mohamed Salah, Egypt. Salah's been carrying Liverpool for years, stacking up goals and assists like it's nothing, but right now he's walking into AFCON absolutely fuming. His relationship with manager Arne Slot has completely broken down. Benched for 3 straight Premier League games, Salah dropped an explosive interview claiming the club threw him under the bus and that someone doesn't want me in the club. The promise is made when he signed his contract extension in April. According to Salah, Liverpool haven't kept them. For Egypt, this is absolutely massive. Salah's got everything to prove now, not just to Liverpool but to every club watching. The Pharaohs are desperate for continental glory. They haven't won this thing since 2010, and Salah is their best chance to get that 8th crown. Angry Salah is dangerous Salah. He's walking into this tournament with a point to prove, with fire in his belly, ready to show Liverpool and the entire world that at 33, he's far from finished. Number 1, Victor Osimhen, Nigeria. Osimhen is an absolute monster. Pace, power, movement, finishing, aerial ability, he's genuinely got it all. For Nigeria, he's the focal point of everything they do. The Super Eagles are one of the favourites coming into this tournament, and a huge part of that is because they have a striker who can punish any mistake, any half chance, any single moment of slack defending. Osimhen's been doing it at the highest level, first tearing up Serie A with Napoli and now continuing that form at Galatasaray where he's been absolutely terrorising defences. Nigeria have the creativity around him to create chances, and with Osimhen leading the line, they're a legitimate threat to win the whole thing. The Super Eagles came so close last time, losing that heartbreaking final to Ivory Coast, and they're coming back hungry. If there's one player who can take over this tournament, carry his nation all the way to glory, and cement his status as one of Africa's all-time greats, it's Victor Osimhen, no question. So those are our top 10 players to watch as AFCON kicks off in just over a week. If you're hyped for this tournament, hit like, subscribe to Goal 90, and tell us in the comments who you think is taking home the trophy.